Hey everyone, what's happening? Today we're just going to do a little getting back to Linux video because I haven't uploaded to this channel in a really long time. And the reason for that is I've had a major health problem. I have a little problem with my heart, and basically it stopped about a year and 2 months ago. And I've been wrestling with that for a while. Some of you know about that, some of you don't. However, I'm not going to dive too much into that in this video. I may tell some of you guys, I may dive into it in a live stream later. I don't know. But basically, I am back. I'm going to be doing about 2 or 3 videos a week. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing for this channel. I've also got another YouTube project I'm going to start working on. More on that later. But for right now, I'm just going to dive into my current system, at least this system that I'm recording on, and show you what I'm working with right now and what distribution I am using and what I've got installed on it. So without further ado, let's jump over to my desktop. So here is my little desktop. I'm running this on an HP. Matter of fact, let's go ahead. Let's bring up a terminal and let's just show you a Neo Fetch. Now, I am, of course, running Fedora 35 now. Now, I know I'm normally a Debian and Ubuntu type guy that usually have only used Debian and Ubuntu normally, but there is a reason why I'm using Fedora, and this is kind of a strange laptop, I kind of figured, and, well, Ubuntu didn't play nice with it. Now, I could have probably spent a few hours hacking around and fixed it, but I didn't really want to spend a few hours. I just wanted to get working, so I installed Fedora. Now, the reason why I chose Fedora was because it's newer packages and newer drivers, and it seems to work. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I could have just used Arch and gotten that rolling release and everything would be bleeding edge, the new drivers and such. But most people know I just don't like Arch, so I will avoid using Arch, even though I have a laptop that runs Arch right now, but we'll get into that in another video. But I'm running this on an HP Envy right now, and I have about 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 4-core CPU at 2.7 and an ATI Radeon R7. It's really an R7. And that's an APU, and it's actually pretty darn good for an APU. And, well, I like it, and it seems to be fitting my needs right now. However, this is a temporary laptop for right now, as I am still figuring out my production. Seems how my last production laptop fried. We'll get into that later. So as you can see, I am using the Cinnamon desktop on Fedora. I chose this because it's a good baseline desktop. However, I will be switching to i3 once I get some things ironed out with my config. There's some other things with this hardware that my old config wouldn't do. One is the backlight. X backlight doesn't work, so therefore my backlight control doesn't work. So I'm getting that all straightened out. It's going to take me a little bit, but we'll go through and take a look at what we have here, installed. Now, some of this stuff I've installed, like Alacrity for my terminal emulator, stuff like that. So let's just go through and explore the menu system. Now, some of this stuff I have installed, like I said, but a lot of this is stock. So accessories is your basic accessories, like your text editor, etc. I won't really go into that too big because most people know what's installed there. I have installed Double Commander as my file manager. I think I've done a video about Double Commander. It's a really good file manager. Commander style 2-pane. A lot of people like that kind of file manager. I do. So of course I've installed Steam and Assault Cube, which is a good free and open source game. Maybe one time I'll do a video on that. Of course, I have Blender, Critter, GIMP installed, and Thunderbird is the default email client for this version of Fedora, and Firefox is the default web browser. I'm probably going to be swapping Firefox out, and I've installed Zoom for video conferencing. LibreOffice is installed. I've installed Spotify. Now, I have added Snaps, and this is installed as a snap. Now, a lot of people would ridicule me and make fun of me because I use Snaps. So what? They work, and I find that Fedora's repositories are a bit lacking as far as software is concerned. So I use Snaps to fill in the gap, and Snaps work just fine. Yes, they're a little slower coming up and booting, but that is my choice as far as filling the gaps that Fedora leaves with their software repositories. And then, of course, I have OpenShot Video Editor. Gotta have OpenShot. MPV Media Player is installed as my media player, even though Parole right here was my default. I probably will be removing that because I'm not going to use it. Of course, Rhythmbox for your music jukebox. And for some reason, we have Xburn, which I don't know why. Here's your onboard universal access accessibility tool. Of course, your basic admin tools right here. And of course, your preferences for Cinnamon. And that's about what I've got set up right here. So that is my basic Linux setup for this computer that I am recording on right now. As you can see, I'm just getting everything set up on it. I will start using i3 as soon as I can get that config working just right. I think that the reason why my X backlight controls don't work is because this particular laptop probably has a proprietary backlight that I need to start coding for in the i3 config file. So I'm going to be working on that in the next couple of days, and when I have that going, I will probably do a video on i3 again. As you can see in my previous channels, I have done some i3 videos. I'll try and link some up in the codes up here. And basically that's about all I have today, and I will see you in the next video. See you later.